In Swat, the Talibanization started from 2004, and then it was like developing day by day. And first the Maulanas, they used to speak on the radio just about Islam and harmony and peace and about the religious teaching. But then later on, when we used to hear their sermons, they were saying that the girls should not go to school. They were against the going of girls to market as well. They were against the women's rights. And they were implementing their own rules and their own principles on people.
And they were killing people for not being properly dressed in the market or going to the market at all, or for dancing, listening to music and that kind of thing.
Yes, they were killing people for just tiny issues. They thought that God is very conservative, God is very tiny, and on the day of judgment, He would be sending us to heaven. But before sending us to heaven, He would measure our beard. The Taliban think that He would look at our dress first, how we look. And I think God would look at our character, how we behaved with each other, how we were kind to our parents, to our society, and what we did in our life. Were we good to people? Were we not good? I think this is the character to which God will look.
And so, in this period, when the Taliban were getting more and more aggressive, you were speaking out against them, speaking on television, so you're putting yourself up as a target, I suppose, to these people.
I spoke for education, and it means that I'm speaking against the Taliban, because speaking for education means you are speaking against the Taliban, because they were against education. At that time I was speaking for my right, because education is my right. No one can deny it. And I spoke for that. I was not waiting for someone else, neither was I asking the government, neither was I asking someone else. I said, I will do it.
Were you frightened about speaking out at this period? Were you aware that you were in danger?
When people supported me in my campaign of education, at that time then they gave me a threat through media. And at that time I was not worried, because I thought, like, if Taliban were against me, they should have shot me in 2009. In 2011, it's quite late, I thought.
That morning when you were shot, I think you had some fried eggs and some chapati for breakfast and some tea. And
yes.
You remember that. You remember going to the bus of school. What else do you remember?
I'll tell you the story, but when I was shot, I don't remember that. That's the story that my class fellows and other people have told me. Our streets and our roads, on the roadside, there are a lot of men all around, just few women in burqa and covering their faces. But on that day, there was no one except 2 or 3 men. The 2 of them were the Taliban. And then those 2 boys stopped the van and told the driver that we want to see our sister at the back. And then one of those Taliban was talking to the driver, and one came at the back. And the one who came at the back, he was like, we may say, he was young, he was not old. And he had a gun here, he put it here. And when he was that much near to me as you are. And then he said, who is Malala? So all the girls got terrified. Some of the girls were thinking that he might be a journalist. They were not expecting, because we never thought it would happen. And when he said, who is Malala, all the girls just looked at me, and they were like, when you don't know what is happening, and
you have no time to react properly.
Yes, no time to react. I asked my friends, like, when he said, who is Malala, what did I say? And what did I do? He said that when he said, who is Malala, you just looked at him like this. And then my friend Muniba, she's my best friend, she told me that you just squeezed my hand, you just forced my hand, and I could still feel the pain of my hand because I forced her hand a lot. And then she said, like, he shot you, and he fired 3 bullets. 1 bullet hit me on the left side of my head, here, and it went down up to my shoulder. And then the other 2 bullets hit my friends. So then the driver took us to the hospital.
And now you're living here, and you've spoken out at the United Nations, and you've become an international symbol for women's rights and so on. When people back at home in Pakistan say, oh, she's become a kind of figure of the West, are you worried about going back to Pakistan because people there think that you're basically a Westerner now?
The first thing is that my father says that education is neither Eastern nor Western. Education is education. It's the right of everyone. So the thing is that the people of Pakistan have supported me They don't think of me as Western. And I am the daughter of Pakistan. And I'm proud that I am a Pakistani. And on the day when I was shot, and on the next day, people raised the banners of I am Malala. They did not say that I am Taliban. And they support me. And they are encouraging me to move forward and to continue my campaign for girls' education.
So the Taliban are a small minority of people, you think, in Pakistan?
Yes, of course. The name of Islam and the name of Taliban and the name of Pashtun has been misused and abused by the Taliban. It does not mean that all Pakistani and all Muslims are the terrorists. Only those small group, the small group of people is terrorists, not we all.
So what's your dream for yourself? Because you're going to be a campaigner. Are you going to carry on education possibly in this country, or are you going to go out there and campaign now?
So we want to help every child in every country that we can. We will start from Pakistan and Afghanistan and Syria now, especially because they are suffering the most and they are on the top that need our help. And later on in my life, I want to do politics, and I want to become a leader and to bring a change in Pakistan. And I hope that when I will be a politician, I will build schools, I will try to develop the system of electricity, I'll try to
So you go back to be a politician in Pakistan?
Yes, I want to be a politician in Pakistan because I don't want to be a politician in a country which is already developed. I want to be a politician in that country which needs development.
Malala, you're a huge inspiration to millions of people around the world. Thank you very, very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.